person. Like a crazy person. I don't even know who's going to tune into this. Oh, we have somebody tuning in. I'm going to give everybody a chance to come up and in here and celebrate. Honey, if you have to get a drink, get a drink. It's the first day of 2021. Hi, Adriana Espina. Hi, Yvonne. Let's see who else is jumping on the Facebook Live. The first one of 2021. We have some choices to make, people. How exciting. We get to decide right now what it's going to be for 2021. We have an opportunity to make some big time decisions about, so I adjust myself. Woo! Don't want to have a wardrobe malfunction on the first day of the new year. Okay, so 2020, kind of a cluster, but people sit here and they're like, but 2021, it's a new fresh start. It's a whole new thing. Well, kind of, maybe, probably not. Many of you have jumped on social media today. You probably, you were up late last night, waiting for the clock to strike 12 so that you could bring in 2021, right? Everybody's happy. And then you turn on the TV and you see, okay, let's watch the ball fall, and everything in New York was dead, empty, no one, anywhere. So that was kind of weird, a little strange, kind of making you think like, is 2021 going to be just more of the same crazy? Is it going to be even more, right? So I wanted to come on today and I wanted to give you all an opportunity to make some choices for yourself, right? New year, you have some choices that you can make starting today that will make your 2021 that much stronger, better, more amazing for you. Okay, so the choice that you have, right? We're going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I picked out 5 for today. Take a little sip of my cocktail. Taz is partying also. He's got his squeaky toy going in the background. Go Taz! Ring in your 2021. Okay, so I'm rocking a Mai Tai. Mahalo. Okay. Choice number 1. Are you rolling in faith or are you rolling in fear? Now 2020, honey, they put the fear in us. Woo! And they're kind of trying to still do it for 2021. But are you going to allow faith or fear? Which one are you going to choose? You can only choose one. Can't have both. Can't be in fear and operating from a place of fear and being like, oh yeah, but I'm so faithful. No, can't do that. Can't do that. And you can't be like, oh, I'm so faithful, totally believe in God. I know I'm guided by a divine higher power, and I know that I'm loved eternally, and that I'm cool. And however way this is going to shake out, I am cool. But I'm so scared. I can't deal. I'm not leaving my house. I'm so scared. Can't. Not anymore. Not anymore. We have elevated, except these girls aren't elevating anymore. Unfortunately, 50 is coming like a truck. Anyway, we have elevated our consciousness, and so we have to choose. We get to choose. Do we want to operate from a place of fear, or do we want to operate from a place of faith? And whichever one you choose is going to determine the quality of your life and the decisions that you make and how you live your life every day. So, which is it going to be? Fear or faith? Are you going to be on the tit of mainstream media, hanging on their every word and request and order, and you're just going to obey whatever because you're afraid? Or are you going to operate from a place of faith? I operate from a place of faith. In fact, here in beautiful Sarasota, Florida, I have started to go everywhere not wearing a mask until somebody has the balls to come and tell me to put it on. They're very tiptoey about it too. They're like, honey, yeah, hi, 6 feet, right? Hi, yeah, oh, darling, do you have a mask? No, I do not. Would you like one? No, I would not. I have a bandana. I can put the bandana on, but I was doing some social distancing. Nobody's really around me. So I figured, hey, no need to put the face diaper on, Oh, okay, well, there's a mandate and we really need, there is no mandate. No, there's not. There's not, no. No. So see how it is when you challenge it, right? You challenge it. They don't, 9 times out of 10, nobody even says shit to me. Nobody. I went to the mall, walking around, no mask, nothing. I had the bandana, because I don't even do a mask. I'm not into that. I do bandana, right? So I had the bandana down and, breathing, doing my thing. And I was only me in the whole section of the store. And the salesperson's over there doing her thing. Said nothing to me. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Got to make the decision. Am I living in fear or am I living in faith? I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I have enough brain cells in my head to understand that, this is a little bit of an exercise in, obey. They want you to obey. And the way to get people to obey is to put them in fear. Okay, so you get to choose faith or fear. I'm going to be in faith. I'm going to be in faith. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Like, the deal is people are like, oh, if you're not afraid, then why did you get a gun for Christmas, right? You got gun and ammo for Christmas. More, I'm going to do a video on that. But the reason why I did that is because I'm exercising my Second Amendment right. It was more of an act of defiance than an act of fear. I'm not afraid. I plan on going to the shooting range and using my gun as a way to meet people, as a way to connect with other like-minded people, other patriots who care about their Second Amendment right under this gorgeous, beautiful Constitution that we have in the United States of America. See? So the gun thing was to make a statement about what I believe in and to help me get around people to meet new people. I live in a new city, right? I live in a new city. There's a gun range. There are several of them. And I want to meet like-minded people. So I figured, get a gun, hang with your Second Amendment right, exercise the Second Amendment right, get a gun, meet people, whatever. Okay, so it's different. But I roll in faith. I'm full on in faith. Number 2, another decision you get to make. React or respond? Which one are you going to do? Are you going to react to things? Are you going to be living in a reactionary place, or are you going to respond? What is the difference? Okay, how can I make a difference of this? How can I paint this for you guys and girls? Oh, perfect. Okay, so I'm newly single again. Yes, I am. And so I don't know. I haven't really been kind of out there with the singlehood, but I guess it's like a vibe. It's an energy. I'm, going through processing a breakup. I was with somebody for 4.5 years, and it ended. Very solid decision. Not an easy decision, but a necessary one. And so I'm about a month out of that process. So I'm kind of in that still wobbly place of, I broke up with somebody and there's weirdness with that and I'm processing it, but I'm single. So yeah, we got the hoops in, we're ready to roll. Okay, and cleavage, everybody's single again. My goodness. All right, so cheers to that. So react or respond. So now people are sending me messages. It's a different energy, right? So obviously I'm going to start attracting different things from people. So I get messages. Oh, hi, gorgeous. How are you? Happy New Year, beautiful. Can't wait to see what's going on with you in 2021. La, la, la. Now, I could respond or I can react. So let's do an example if I was going to react to that. Okay, here's an example. If I got that and I reacted, it would be like, my God, is that all you think about is, trying to date me? I just got out of a relationship. I'm not ready to date anybody. I don't even know what I want to focus on business. React, right? This poor man, my God, he was just giving me a compliment. He was just being kind. He didn't say anything about taking me out, dating me, want to marry me, nothing. He's just being nice. So a reaction is basically when you are kind of pent up and wadded up about stuff and you're projecting it onto somebody else and you're doing it in lightning speed. You're not even taking a breath. You're not even getting centered in yourself. Somebody says something to you and you're just whack, right at it, right? Responding, which is what I did in this case, is much more intentional. So same thing, this kind man wishing me a happy new year, super nice, you know, hey gorgeous, can't wait to see what goes on for you in 2021, big things are gonna happen, much success, sorry about you and Mr. S, all this stuff, super kind, okay. So I responded, I took a minute, I read through his stuff, I read it again so that I can get the context of the communication that was coming across. I didn't want to miss anything or misinterpret anything, because that's when you react. But I wanted to respond. So I took in the communication, right? You take it in, and I read it. Then I kind of breathed a minute, I took a breath, and went, very nice, very kind. And then I thought, what would I want to say back? What feels right to me to say back? Is it a simple thank you and all the best for you in 2021, which is what I went to with a little like fireworks thing and a little gif, you know, of a fireworks, and just keeping it polite and nice. No need to project, no need to get all wadded up and aggressive. Sometimes people are just giving you a nice compliment. Respond or react. I'll give you another example. So many good ones for respond or react. Okay, you post something on social media and somebody who doesn't share your political opinion comes on in and throws some kind of smackdown dig, calling you this, that, xenophobic, racist, whatever, you know, the usual ones that they throw out at you. And you're there and you're like, I'm gonna come at them, I'm gonna hit them hard. So that's reaction. Or, right, and typically a reaction, you know you did a reaction when the other person comes back and then there's a back and forth. But when you respond, honey, oh my God, it's so impactful. These people end up apologizing to you. You handle it in such a way where you're very deliberate in your words, deliberate in your tone. You're not insulting, right? You're not getting personal in your insult, but maybe perhaps you'll ask a question. You'll ask a question and it might be in such a way that only makes them look stupid, like a stunad, you idiot, right? Sometimes you're so much more impactful when you choose to respond as opposed to react. But it is very hard, right? I coach people on this all the time. In relationships, we have people reacting to one another a lot, very much in their wounded self. They're in their inner child, their little inner 8-year-old is really the one showing up in the relationship as opposed to being an adult. So you can tell when you're reacting to something, there's usually a wounded side of you who's running the show in that interaction. You want to prove your rightness, you want to prove who you are and what you know. So it's typically reacting. Thanks, nice take on reaction versus response. You got it, Big Al. I'm going to move on to the next choice that we have in 2021, and that is acquiesce or advocate. Are you going to acquiesce to everyone else, or are you going to be an advocate for yourself? Self-advocation. So here's the deal. Perfect example. This whole deal with the, don't go out, stay in, wear a mask, hop on one foot. Simon says, government says, wear a mask. Government says, go to sleep at 9 p.m. Government says, get a vaccination. Do a shot of tequila. Bad joke. Okay, so the deal is with acquiesce or advocate, it applies to every aspect of our lives. We are either in a position of rolling over, giving up what we believe in, kind of being a doormat, saying yes when we mean no. That's all acquiescence. That's no good. It gives your power away. It happens in relationships all the time. A lot of times with men and women both, they do it all the time. Men might say, oh, I don't want to listen to her bitch. I don't want to hear her bitching, so I'm just going to give in. And after a long time of giving in and giving in and giving in, you lose your sense of identity. You lose what you stand for. You lose what you believe in. And then you have men that say, oh my God, I don't even know who I am anymore. And like women say this too. We see women doing this too. They acquiesce to your partner. Now there's times where you would concede, meaning that's not a hill I want to die on. He wants to eat wings tonight for dinner. I want to order pizza. Let's find a place that does both. Like, I'm not going to die on a hill of who wants to eat what, right? You got to pick your battles to win the war. Different. But when we're talking about acquiescence is like, crazy person who only wants to eat fish on Tuesday forevermore. And you want to mix it up, right? You're like, listen, why don't we order Chinese food? It's Tuesday night. I don't feel like cooking. And they're like, no, it's fish night. And you're like, okay, well then just order shrimp from the Chinese place. No, we have to broil grouper. I mean, that's what we do all the time. Or either that or branzino. Those are your two choices. That's it. It's Tuesday. And your whole life you're living it like, okay, I guess I'll acquiesce to the fish and then it like chips away at your soul. It chips away at your spontaneity, the things that you value about you. I always go to food, as you can tell. I like to eat. Cheers! My time. Okay. So acquiesce or advocate. Are you going to be an advocate for yourself? Another way that we advocate for ourselves is when we speak up for ourselves in a nice way. Don't have to argue. Don't have to be all like aggressive and masculine about it. But you do have to know how to advocate for yourself. Self-advocacy. It's one of the things that I teach in my all of my programs. My Dating with Power and Purpose program, Divorce Detox. What's the other one? Breakup Detox. Self-love mastery. That's a big one for self-advocacy, because a lot of people out there are saying yes when they really mean no. A lot of times people do this in their workplace and they end up burnt out because they keep saying yes. I'll do it. I can do it. Yes, I can do it. Can I stay late? Sure, you betcha. I sure can. I'll be here till 9. You're right. And no sense of advocacy. No sense of saying, okay, you need me to work until 9 p.m. We're all going to jump on a Zoom call at 9. Okay, so here's what I need to make that happen. I need to not work all afternoon. If you're going to make me come on at 9 p.m. and I'm probably going to have to do work until midnight, that means I'm going to work out in the morning. I'm going to probably handle some work in the afternoon, and I'm not going to do anything else after 4 o'clock until this call happens at 9. So you have to be able to advocate for yourself, because either you are acquiescing to living your life by somebody else's rules, or you are self-advocating for what you believe in and what feels good to you. And then when you do that, you're able to negotiate and meet in the middle, have a win-win situation happening. Okay, so 2021, so far, to recap for the newbies who came on, you can choose between faith and fear, react or respond, acquiesce or advocate. Moving on. 2021, are you going to choose to live in scarcity or abundance? Oh, this is a big one when it comes to dating, right? A lot of people are dating from a place of scarcity. What does that look like? I'll use me, for example. I am single again, and soon, when the urge strikes me right and I'm ready, I will put myself out there to date again. And so I'm very clear now, so clear about what I want next in a relationship. Okay. And so I am not coming at it from a place of scarcity. If I was to come at it from a place of scarcity, I would say things like this. Yeah, I'm really clear about what I want, but those types of men don't exist. And I'm going to turn 50 in March, and well, those guys, they're dating girls who are 30. They're not going to want me. I'm too old, and the guys, they're all a bunch of losers. What I want doesn't exist. Are you kidding me? That's like finding a unicorn. Scarcity, scarcity, scarcity. Ridiculous. And then another thing of scarcity is, let's say now I'm all gussied up and I go out and I meet somebody and they're nice to me and they're like, Lisa, can I get your number? I'd like to take you out. And I said, okay, fun. Then we give each other a number. And then the next day, I'm all wadded up because they haven't texted me yet. Scarcity, scarcity, scarcity. Why didn't he text me? He's not texting me. He asked for my number. Why wouldn't he use my number? If he asked for my number, why isn't he texting me? Scarcity, scarcity, scarcity. And women do this crap all the time. It's ridiculous. Right? Ridiculous. Can't have attachment to the outcome. Cannot have attachment to the outcome. Why? Because I'm choosing to live in a state of abundance. Abundance. Abundance says, oh, honey, you want to ask for my number and take me out? Sure, why not? Boom, 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 give me my number. Honey, if this man calls me in a month, fine. If he calls me an hour later, wonderful. If he doesn't call me at all, okay. Why? Because I am in a state of abundance. I am confident that, honey, if you ask me for my number, there's 20,000 other people who could ask me for my number too. I'm vibing. I'm just vibing. I'm putting out the energy that I'm available for them, right? I'm out, and an open energy gets people to ask about them, to want to be around them. So because of that, I am in abundance mentality. And I say, I know exactly what I want. And the reason why I know it and I'm so clear about what I want is because it exists. God would not put that in my head. The vision of the life and the man that is sharing it with me. God would not put that vision in my head if God couldn't manifest it for me. So I know this. That is where faith comes in, which is the first thing I said. Do you want to live in fear or do you want to live in faith? If I was fearful, oh no, I better get on 5 dating apps and I better put myself out there because I'm going to die alone with dogs in my house. No, never know. I am in abundance. I have an abundance of love to give. I am a smart, wonderful, capable, beautiful lady, a queen with my Happy New Year crown. And hey, when the time is right, in God's divine timing, I know I am going to line up with somebody amazing. And this person is going to be the person who is meant for me then. Not a moment too soon, not a moment too late. And so I can't live in a scarcity mindset for that. And I'm hopeful that this helps you, all the people out there who are thinking of dating, who are single, who are like, oh my God, how do I even handle this? Your mindset is everything. It's going to be the difference between walking in a place and meeting somebody versus walking in a place thinking, no one's ever going to talk to me. Why would they ever talk to me? I have a mask on my face. What the hell am I going to do? Nobody's going to date me ever. Different mindset, scarcity, abundance. That also happens in your money game. Are you thinking scarcity? Oh my God, I have to save all my money. I can't spend any money. I can't invest in myself. This thing that I want to do is going to benefit me, but I can't do it because I don't have the money. Instead of saying, where can I find the money? I want to do this thing. I want to take this course. I want to do this retreat. I want to go here. I want to study this. I want to buy this thing. And I need to figure out how the money's going to come. Ooh, I know. I have this random bank account with like $1,000 left in there from God knows when. Jennifer weighs in and says, transitioning from fear to faith in terms of dating. Learning how to read men correctly and trusting myself helps remove this fear. Yes! Ooh, such a good point. Such a good point. Yes, exactly. So self-trust is so important when you're dating. This especially holds true for people who have had a history with a toxic, abusive type of relationship. Getting into a place where you know exactly what you want, what you're looking for, and the kind of questions to ask, and most importantly, what to listen for, and the ability to walk away from whatever is not it. That is super, super, super important in how you can erase any fear. You can date fearlessly and with confidence. And in my Dating with Confidence program, one-on-one coaching, we put together this awesome strategy that helps you do exactly that. Get clear on what you want and then figure out how to reverse engineer it so when you're on a date, you can ask this wonderful, open-ended questions that get people talking and they think you're like the best conversationalist ever and the best listener ever because you're asking these like open-ended questions that just get them talking, and then you're sitting there and you're like, wow, that's fascinating, tell me more about that. And they just think you're like, oh my God, this woman or man, they just, oh, what a great conversation, such a good listener. Meanwhile, you're collecting all the data. You're in your mind thinking like, so far I learned this, I learned this, I learned this, I learned this. And then you assess and you say, yeah, I don't think this is my person. But what happened? I thought we got along great. We did. You found a friend in me no matter what, but not somebody I want to be in a relationship with. But thank you. Bye. So this is the deal. Learning how to do that gets you out of fear, puts you into faith when you're dating, because you have faith in yourself that you're going to ask the right questions and you're going to get the right answers. Great point to make, Miss Jennifer. Thank you for that. The last one that you have a choice about in 2021 is, are you going to be a victim or are you going to be victorious? So, victim mentality is a thing. It is something that really holds people back. It keeps them safe and small. It keeps them from taking risks, from getting outside their comfort zones, because they're victims. They're victims. Poor me. This happened to me when I was little. And, well, now I'm 45 years old and I'm still not over it because it happened when I was 12. And I buried it down and I never handled it. And so now every relationship I go into, I'm operating from that young person, that victim. So here's the deal. You're a grown-up. Time to put the grown-up, I was going to say underwear, but not everybody wears them. So anyway, it's time to step into your adult pants, your adult shoes, and orchestrate a life of adulthood. And when you are truly an adult, you're taking responsibility for all outcomes in your life. You become empowered because you're calling the shots in your life. And that means you're no longer a victim. You are victorious. However way this rolls, I'm going to handle it because I'm in control of me. That is somebody who is always going to win. Because even if some things don't work out, you're always going to be victorious because you're going to be like, all right, well, I learned something from this, so I'm all good. All good. There's a win in it no matter what. And when you think that way, you can't lose. You're always victorious, right? So victim, oh, my husband left me, cheated on me with another woman. I can't believe he left me. It's so terrible. It's so awful. Honey, when did this happen to you? Oh, it happened like 25 years ago. Honey, what? Why are you still activating this? Right? When you talk about things that happened to you in the past, you're keeping the vibration of that active still. That's victim mindset. Victim people like to talk about what happened to them. They're very much living in the past. They're operating from back then. People who are victorious are winners. They look to the future and they're grounded in the present. And they speak in terms of, this was my story. This awful thing happened to me. I learned so much from it. Here's what I learned. I learned this, I learned this, I learned this. And when I got to the outside of that, honey, I started to build my life this way and everything changed for the better. That is victory. That is victorious. But unfortunately, there are too many people banging the drum of the crap that happened to them in life and all the tough things that they went through. I don't know, like, do they expect to get like a medal or some kind of statue built for them? Poor me, the poor me, let's have a pity party. Oh, this happened to me. Look, compassion, absolutely, right? But as a life coach, it's not my job to enable victim mentality. It's my job to listen, to validate, to say, wow, that's really hardcore, girl. Like, dude, he did that to you? That's awful. She took that from you. She did that to your car? Oh my God, no wonder why you're so pissed off. I don't blame you. Anyone in your situation would be pissed off. Now tell me, what do you want to create next? Where are you going now that you have had this experience? Now that you've gone through this? And if you're still in it, well, what does life look like 3 months from now when you're out of this? How do you want to think about the situation? And it's about shifting your mind into, like, what do you want? What would you prefer? As opposed to, this is what is and this is what sucks. Victim versus victorious. So, to recap 2021, we have the opportunity to navigate our lives by making some serious choices. And this could be in our professional lives, our personal lives, our social lives, and just, in general. I mean, everything that's coming at us, right? So they are, choose right now. You can write it in the thing. Are you going to live in fear or faith? Give me a faith if you feel faith, or give me some hands up, or give me some prayers, or whatever. Just give me something in the comments if you're going to choose to live in faith as opposed to fear. Second one, are you going to react or are you going to respond? Are you going to just react or are you going to respond? Let me think on that a minute. I'll get back to you. Are you going to acquiesce or are you going to advocate? Oh, Mickey's a faith guy. Jennifer's a faith girl. Look at this. We got all the prayers and love coming in. Faith, Teresa Marie. Woo! Faith, faith, faith. Gotta have faith, faith, faith. Woohoo! Okay. Acquiesce or advocate. Are you going to be a doormat and acquiesce to what everybody wants? Or are you going to self-advocate? No, that doesn't feel right to me. No. I prefer Italian tonight. I've had sushi already twice this week. No, I'm not in the mood to go to a movie. I would rather go to a nice restaurant, have some nice conversation, maybe one that's outside with a bonfire. Advocate, self-advocate. It's asking yourself, what do you want? What feels good for you? And then graciously and politely expressing what you want. No doormats, no. Self-advocacy. Oh yeah, honey. Self-advocacy. Another example. Hey, we're thinking of doing a Zoom call tonight at 8 p.m. Says your boss with no life. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I can't do 8 p.m. tonight. Is there any way that we can do it at 4? I'm kind of shutting down my day at 6 p.m. I have stuff to do tonight. But I am going to be up at 7 a.m. I can be online early. Do we want to do it for breakfast? You can do it 8 a.m. Be willing to do that. No, I'm not a morning person. Oh, okay. Well, here's where I'm available. I can do noon. I can do 3. Do any of those times work? See, present options, but do not be a doormat. Do not acquiesce to the craziness and the loony-toony of other people. You want to get them to negotiate with you. Okay. Scarcity or abundance? Who's in scarcity? Who's in scarcity? Oh my God, there's not enough toilet paper. Oh my God, everything's going to run out. We're not going to have food. Oh my God. Oh, I don't have enough money. I never have enough money. It's almost never have money. Everything always goes away. The money always goes away. Or aren't any men around. There aren't any good men around. There aren't any good women around. All the women are crazy. All the men are ridiculous. All the women are crazy. All the men don't want to commit. All the women are crazy. No. Or are you in abundance? I meet great people everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. I went and pumped gas the other day, had a great conversation with this man from Georgia, and he thinks Georgia is completely screwed. And I said, really, why? And he was just so nice to me, super fun. And you know what? He went inside and he ended up by mistake grabbing 2 things of potato chips, only meant for one, and they only charged him for one, so he gave me the other one. Super nice. Thank you, man. Thank you, kind man. See, I meet kind people, nice people all the time. Abundance mindset. Start observing how you live your life. Live it from a place of abundance, and you're going to start attracting amazing things in your life all the time. All the time. Victim or victor? Victim or victor? Are you victorious, Victor the victorious, or are you Vanessa the victim? When, this happened to me 10 years ago. After my divorce, I was never able to date again. I never got it together. I never knew. And then I had young children, and I can't date with young children. It's impossible to get date. Oh my God, who wants to be around that? Who wants to be around that? No one. That energy, oh my God, you may as well pack it in, honey. But if you say, oh my gosh, if there's a will, there's a way. Honey, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. You know what? My boys are friends, or my girls are friends with the kids up the street. And they like to play together and whatever. So let's see. I'm going to see if this woman up the street, says, honey, I'm going to like make my date night Wednesday nights. Right? If I make my midweek date night Wednesday night, would it be cool if my kids came over to play video games with your kids? Would you be cool with that for like 3 hours? And it won't be long, like, a 6 to 9 p.m. thing, or a 7 to 10 kind of deal. I'll come and get them, scoop them up. Figure it out, right? Abundance. Victorious. Be victorious in your life. Victorious people figure out a way to make what it is that they want to have happen. Right? They are able to put people on a team for them. And it's like, it takes a village, right? It takes a village. Like, I can't do this alone. I know how to ask for help. I know how to say, hey, can you help me out? I know my kids and your kids get along, right? So Wednesday nights, I'm a single mom, right? Are you a single mom? You're a single mom too. Oh my God, wonderful. What if we did this? What if Wednesday night was my date night? Tuesday night was your date night? And if you have dates, I can watch your kids. And when I have dates, you can watch mine. Let's tag team this up and find each other some husbands. What do you think? So this is the deal. No past, water under the bridge, Victor. Yes! Look, the past is a great teacher. I'm not sitting here saying get a lobotomy and like don't value your past. Honey, 50 years old in 3 months. No. January, February, March. It's coming like a train. But I'm grateful for it because I have 5 decades of wisdom. I've gone through stuff. It helps me with my coaching. It helps me with getting along with people. I can really see like, oh, I know where you are. Oh, that's the worst. And I get where they are. I can meet them where they are because I was once there. And then I can pull them out and help them see that there's another side that they're not looking at because they're in it. They don't see it, but I was there. So I can say, I know where you are. And let me just tell you, over here, you got this going on, but you don't see it yet. And I, as your coach, I'm gonna paint the picture for you, honey, and you're gonna create it for yourself. So, that said, I hope you all have an amazing 2021. It's gonna be a big shit show. Don't think that it's not. Don't think that all of a sudden the clock struck 12 last night and now everything. In the news, you watched the news already. They're like, yeah, Happy New Year. Okay, move along. Are you getting vaccinated? Put a mask on. We're having checkpoints. It's gonna mushroom out. That's why these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decisions that you can make right now are going to help you. They're going to help you. If you're going to exist in faith, if you are going to respond instead of react, if you are going to advocate for yourself instead of acquiesce, if you are going to live in a place of abundance instead of scarcity, if you are going to decide right now to be victorious instead of a victim, you will have an amazing 2021 and beyond. Much love and good night.